Hello friends, here we are again in my still incomplete kitchen, but today we're going to work on making a breakfast for my parents or for yourself should you like some of the things that I'm showing you. This is an English muffin from Trader Joe's. I usually like to get muffins from Trader Joe's because they have better ingredients, less salt, less sugar, and not so much enriched flours and things like that. Enriched flours, no good. Enriched flours basically is taking a whole grain of something, stripping it down to take out all of its nutrients, and then putting it back into whatever the product is, and then adding the nutrients back in, so hence enriched. But Trader Joe's, they're called British muffins, either whole wheat or whole multigrain for my folks. And as you notice, it's also low fat. Okay, so first thing is the muffin itself. This is going to be cheesy toast with yogurt and fruit. So I slice the muffin in half, and I use foil paper because we're going to want to stick this in the toaster oven. And if you stick it in the toaster oven without anything underneath, you have a real big mess on your hands. So cut the muffin in half, and we're going to, I am using cheddar cheese. It's probably a better cheese for them. I have fat-free, but they can have 2% or reduced fat cheese as well. You can really do this with just about any kind of cheese, but cheddar cheese has a little bit more of a kick to it. It's a little more flavorful. If you buy sharp cheddar cheese, you can actually taste that it's a little more, a little tastier. I don't know really how to say that except that it's got a little extra kick in it. It's a little more, sharp. It's just sharper tasting. If you look at American cheese, it's not such a good thing. If you open up a package, whether it's shredded or not, and you look at the consistency of it, it's kind of rubbery, and that has a lot of nitrates and nitrites, and those are things to preserve the cheese. But the less you have of that, the better, because it's really bad for it's just bad for your health in general. So I take a little scoop of cheese and spread it out on the muffin. And then I take it over to the toaster oven. So I'm going to try to take you with me to show you what I do. So here we go. You take the muffins, you take them over to the toaster oven, and tray in mine, and it's not plugged in, of course, because it's the incomplete kitchen. Okay, so there we go. It's plugged in, and what I'm going to want to do is toast it. And so I'll take the muffins on the foil. I feel like this is going to fall on me, but I stick it in the toaster oven and hit the toast button and then start. I know the one in my parents' kitchen is a little different, so you'll probably have to see what is on their dials and how to toast. It might have a temperature setting, or it can have light, medium, dark toast. You'll just have to look at it because I really don't remember what their settings look like. So as far as mine, that's what it looks like on mine. You just have the bake, broil, toast, and there's a setting for a bagel, but we don't eat bagels. Not that we don't like them. So while that's toasting, I'll bring you back over here. And then for their breakfast, it will be their cheesy toast and a container of yogurt. It's a nice healthy breakfast for them. Keep them going during the day. I normally get the Dannon Greek. Again, Greek yogurt having a lot of protein. I try to give it to my folks as much as I can during the day, because the more protein they get, the better it is for them. And then again, if my mother doesn't eat meat for whatever reason, then you know at least that she's gotten protein in another form and in another meal. Generally, I try to get her daily amount of protein into her by lunchtime. So if at dinner time she gets a little fussy about her food, then you don't have to worry that she'll finish her chicken or her steak or her shrimp or fish, whatever kind of protein you're preparing for her for dinner. Then you know that she doesn't really need to eat everything on her dinner plate. And once again, dessert on the side of this meal. But in this case, because we have Greek yogurt, that is her quote-unquote dessert. So as the cheese is melting on the toast, I've gotten her little yogurt container ready. She and my dad will eat just about any kind of yogurt, but it really needs to be Greek and flavored. So when I order, I try to get as many things with Greek yogurt in it as possible. Okay, so with this breakfast, they're going to have cheese, again, which is protein. They'll have the muffin, which is a grain. They'll have their yogurt, and because it's Greek, it's a little bit of protein and fruit and dairy. And then for their fruit, they can really have anything. Their fruit basket is normally filled with all kinds of fruit. You can give them both their choice of fruit and whatever they want, depending on what that is, whether it needs to be peeled or sliced or what have you. They have that alongside with their cheesy toast. And of course their coffee. And I'm trying to think of what else I might give them with this meal, the breakfast meal. Okay, so now the toast is ready, and I will bring it over. I'm not going to take you with me again. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Cheesy toast. When I make mine, personally, I like mine melted more and toasted on the top. You can give my dad his choice, and I think probably toasted just like this with the cheese melted is probably better for my mom, because if it toasts a little too much on the top, Of course, again, we have to deal with the hallucinations. So, this would be their breakfast. Cheesy toast, a piece of fruit, let them pick their choice of fruit, whatever that may be, a yogurt, and their coffee, and that is probably it. It's a very simple breakfast. It doesn't take more than 15 minutes to prepare, and it's nutritious. So there you go. Until the next recipe.